Welcome to your September 2021 horoscope. My name is Cailin, and today I'm going to be covering all of the major transits using tropical astrology and the whole sign system. I strongly recommend that you watch your horoscope for your ascendant sign first and foremost, because it will be the most overall accurate for you. The sun sign horoscope will pertain more to your career and your life goals, whereas your moon sign horoscope will tell you more about your family life and your current living circumstances. If you have time to watch all three horoscopes, I recommend that you do so because it will give you a very well-rounded and blended picture of what you can expect for the month ahead. And now let's dive into the horoscopes. Hi Gemini Sun and Risings, welcome to your September 2021 horoscope. On the 3rd of September, Mars in Virgo in your 4th house will be opposed by Neptune in Pisces in your 10th house. Mars is a very strategic and proactive planet, and it really wants to just take action, whereas Neptune is all about going with the flow and it's very spiritual, and this opposition can see Neptune really dissolving the energy that Mars has. The 4th house rules over your home life and your family, and it also rules over your current living circumstances, whereas the 10th house represents your career and your public persona. So this opposition can see all of the energy and the effort that you're putting into your home life, basically leaving you with no energy when it comes to your career and your work responsibilities. Now, this frustration that you're experiencing at your lack of energy and vitality can see you lashing out at family members or at anyone that you live with. Now, on a different level, you may just be putting a lot of energy and effort into trying to relocate from where you currently are. Maybe you want to buy a property, maybe you're trying to sell a property, maybe you've got an investment property which needs your attention, and all of this energy that you're putting into your property matters can see you basically not having time for work. You may actually need to take some leave to deal with some kind of property related matter. Now, on the 5th of September, Mercury in Libra in your 5th house will trine Saturn in Aquarius in your 9th house. Mercury is your ruling planet, and the 5th house represents our creative intelligence and our natural gifts. With this trine to Saturn in your 9th house, you may actually catch the attention of some sort of teacher or mentor, or they could even be a life coach. Saturn rules over your 9th house and your 8th house. So this individual could be some sort of expert when it comes to religion, philosophy, spirituality, or even something to do with the occult, anything esoteric in nature, or even astrology. You could certainly be forming a connection with this individual. Maybe they're taking you under their wing. Now, on a different note, you may be accepted into some sort of education program which will require you to study for many years, or you may be required to basically level up when it comes to this education program. This could certainly benefit you in the long run when it comes to your career. And lastly, the 5th house rules over your hobbies and your passions. So you could just be investing a lot of time and dedication into studying these crafts and honing your skills. Now, on the 6th of September, Venus in Libra in your 5th house will trine Jupiter in Aquarius in your 9th house. For those of you who are single, this can see a new romance forming. Now, this could be with an individual who is a foreigner. They could be of a very different cultural background to you. They could actually be a teacher by profession, or they may be a very influential person in society, or they could be very spiritual or religious in nature. This individual could be very well traveled, they could have an adventurous spirit, and on a very basic level, they could just be a Sagittarius or Pisces, sun, moon, or rising. Now, you may be inclined to keep this relationship a secret, and that is because Venus actually rules your 12th house. So this represents a hidden romance, or in any case, you may just want to be keeping a very low profile. And this could be because they are somehow in the public eye, as represented by Jupiter ruling your 10th house. Now, for those of you who are in a relationship, you and your partner may decide to go on a vacation together. You may travel abroad, or you may just want to go on an adventure. Now, on a different level, you and your partner may decide that you want to take some kind of course together and study something, or your partner could be an expert or very well versed in something that you are interested in learning. So maybe they are teaching you in some way, shape, or form. Now, on a different note, your creative projects or any kind of artistic endeavor that you have been undertaking could be published or circulated, and this could bring you into the public sphere. And that is because Jupiter rules your 10th house, which represents your public visibility. Jupiter is already associated with expansion, broadening your horizons, so your creative works could be published. And also Jupiter rules your 7th house, which represents the audience. So whatever artistic project you have completed and is now ready for circulation, it could actually reach a very large audience. Now, on a different level, this is an amazing time for you to launch a business online. And if you already own your own business and you have some sort of new product that you want to sell, or if you have new services that you want to release, this is also a great time to do that. Now, on the 7th of September, there will be a new moon in Virgo in your 4th house, and it will be opposed by Neptune in Pisces in your 10th house. This can see you buying a property, selling a property, relocating from where you're currently living, and maybe you're receiving help from family in order to make this move. And that is because this new moon will actually be trining Pluto in Capricorn in your 8th house. So you may be able to access your inheritance money early. Your partner or your significant other may be assisting with this property purchase or relocation. And on a different note, you may need to actually sacrifice your career or some sort of work responsibility in order to make this move happen. And that's because Neptune represents this sacrificial energy. So you may just need to take time off, or perhaps this relocation means that you're not able to take on additional responsibilities in the workplace. Now, on the 15th of September, Mars will enter Libra, which means it will be transiting your 5th house. This is an awesome time for you to really work on your creative projects. If you own your own business, this can be a time where you put a lot of your energy and effort into developing that further. Now, the 5th house also rules over your romantic life. So this can see you really spicing things up in your current relationship. If you are single, this is a prime time for you to go on lots of dates and to basically just have fun and put yourself out there. Now, on the 21st of September, there will be a full moon in Pisces in your 10th house. It will be conjunct Neptune and it will sextile Pluto in Capricorn in your 8th house. So this full moon can see you achieving some kind of professional milestone or career goal. And with the sextile to Pluto in your 8th house, your reputation can be totally transformed by this career goal that you've achieved. On a different level, you may actually be sacrificing your career, and that is because of Neptune's sacrificial nature. So you may be walking away from an industry that you've been working in for quite some time. You may be demoting yourself to a position with less responsibilities. You may be taking a sabbatical or leaving the workforce altogether to become a parent. Or maybe it's finally your time to resign from the workforce altogether. Now, on the 23rd of September, Venus in Scorpio in your 6th house will be opposed by Uranus in Taurus in your 12th house. This can lead to a sudden download of information. Now, this is likely to occur while you're asleep, during meditation, or via some sort of divinatory practice. So maybe you're receiving this information while you're pulling a tarot card spread. Maybe you're seeing a tarot reader, or maybe you're getting an astrology reading. This download of information can allow you to bring the joy back into your working life. And that is because Venus rules over your 5th house, which represents how much you're enjoying things, and it represents fun. And Venus also represents what you love to do. With Venus in your 6th house of work, health, and your daily habits, you can actually have this download of information which allows you to discover the root cause of some kind of physical ailment. So you can have a better understanding of where this has come from. And on some level, you may discover that it has psychosomatic roots. In any case, I see this as being a very positive transit, which can lead to major epiphanies for you. Now, lastly, for the month, on the 27th of September, your ruling planet Mercury will station retrograde in Libra. With Mercury being retrograde in your 5th house of hobbies and passions, you may pick back up some kind of creative project which you had left by the wayside. Or if you used to enjoy painting, singing, dancing, performance, or even playing some kind of musical instrument, this can see you revisiting these artistic projects and these artistic pursuits. Now, on a different level, the 5th house rules over your own business. So if you used to own your own business and you pushed the pause button on that one, you may decide to basically restart this business. Now, you may be wanting to change the structure of your company or of your business. I'm sure a lot of you who own businesses will be making a lot of changes to your business, to your company. Maybe you're changing the name of your business, especially because Mercury rules your 1st house. Mercury also rules your 4th house. So you may be relocating your office premises. Now, the 5th house rules over children, so you may change your mind about whether you want to start a family or not, whether you want to expand your family or not. You may change your mind about your views on fostering children, adopting children. And for some of you, if you have been estranged from one or more of your children, this can see you giving this relationship a second chance and reconnecting with them. And lastly, the 5th house rules over your romantic life. So this is make it or break it time for you, Geminis. If your relationship has been quite rocky or quite unstable, this is a prime time for you to actually sit down with the person that you're dating and decide whether or not you want to make it official or continue this relationship. A lot of you will be deciding that it's time to end it, but on a different note, if there is an ex who's been hovering around in the peripheral, or you've been wanting to reach out to them for a while, this could be a moment where they are a little bit more amenable to your advances. And the reason why I'm saying it is you that is doing the initiating is because Mercury is your chart ruler. And so, Gemini, that's all I have for you for September 2021. If you enjoyed this horoscope, please give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more content on this channel, please hit the subscribe button. Enjoy your month ahead and take care.